You sit down to build a new feature with an AI coding assistant. You write the prompt, hit enter, and the system starts working. Then it pauses. It asks permission to create a file. You click Approve. It writes 10 lines of code and pauses again. Meanwhile, out in the real world, Salesforce is running agents that automatically resolve customer support tickets from start to finish. Entire companies are generating real revenue right now using AI to manage complex, multi-step workflows without a human in the loop. The infrastructure layer for autonomous AI is actively being built by companies like Cloudflare, AWS, and Google. Their platforms are designed to handle durable execution and error recovery. Yet, when you open Claude or Gemini, you end up staring at a progress bar, clicking Yes over and over again. Autonomous AI is already running in production, but if you rely entirely on consumer-level interfaces, you are effectively sidelined from using it. The major consumer AI models are technically capable of operating autonomously, but they are artificially paused by their creators, forcing you to engage in what we call permission theater. There are valid reasons for these interruptions. AI developers prioritize liability management, safety, and user trust. They have decided the general public simply isn't ready to have AI running loose in their local systems. Inside the research labs of OpenAI and Anthropic, there are internal demos of agents running for hours. They complete substantial tasks and manage complex workflows entirely on their own. You just don't get access to them. Accepting the consumer version of these tools means accepting a restricted workflow. It forces you to relegate your most valuable, long-running ideas to a someday pile, permanently capping your competitive edge. To build systems that function with real independence, successful companies bypass the consumer interfaces entirely. They build their own underlying scaffolding to support the AI. This diagram illustrates the first pillar, state management. An AI model forgets past steps when a transaction finishes. To solve this, an external database tracks every step, logs the results, and continuously passes that context forward into the AI's active processing stream. Without that external memory bank, the AI has no historical context. Executing any complex, multi-step workflow without human intervention is physically impossible. Once the AI has a persistent memory, it needs the ability to act on it. That requires the second pillar, the execution loop. This cyclical flowchart demonstrates how custom orchestration code removes the human from the middle. A central system takes a task, runs the prompt, evaluates the output, and automatically triggers the next logical action without asking for your approval. But long-running autonomous tasks will inevitably break. An API times out, a downstream tool fails, or the model hallucinates. This introduces the third pillar, failure handling. Proper custom architecture expects these failures. It uses built-in retries, establishes checkpoints, and deploys rollback logic to seamlessly recover and find a new path forward. In contrast, when a standard consumer tool encounters an unexpected error, it completely stalls out or crashes, leaving you with half-finished code and no way to recover the session. Building state management, execution loops, and failure handling separates the teams generating reliable, hands-free business value from the teams waiting on a product update. Writing orchestration code and maintaining database loops requires significant effort. It demands a technical understanding of how these models actually function under the hood. That steep difficulty curve is highly beneficial. It creates a massive competitive moat between you and businesses still treating AI like a simple chatbot. This timeline graph tracks the capability gap between custom AI systems and standard consumer tools. Off-the-shelf platforms will inevitably democratize these advanced features, and as time progresses, that gap shrinks to zero. When anyone can spin up a reliable, long-running autonomous agent with a single click, the massive advantage of being an early adopter will vanish completely. The companies doing the hard work today are building the scaffolding and collecting the data now. By the time these features go mainstream, they'll have months of refined systems, while their competitors are starting from zero. Escaping permission theater does not require you to hire a specialized team of machine learning engineers. The vital first step is auditing your current internal workflows. You need to identify exactly where a thin layer of orchestration and autonomous leverage can be applied. If you want to figure out where Agentic AI fits into your operations, LaVentures offers a free, no-pressure audit. We analyze your specific workflows and provide an honest technical assessment of the exact scaffolding required to remove the human bottleneck from your systems. The window to build a competitive advantage is open right now, but it won't be forever. Click the link in the description to book your free audit, stop waiting for permission, and start building.